was. But I think this is a very, very good kind of and a kind of clear. It's a mission here. There's a mission because I think I would say I wouldn't say it's a new political party. That is, I think I think it's because if Jacinta is part of the MKs and she, so I think MK they are trying to make sure that come next election they are going to try to win a number of seats and just continue to consolidate their position at the end. And I mean, all over the world, I think it's even in Europe, anti-immigration, anti-migrants rhetoric has been kind of gathering political kind of mileage for lots of political parties in the UK. Obviously, people who live in the UK can also advise me if I'm wrong, correct me if I'm wrong rather on this one. We know, is it the Reform Party or Nigel Farage's party, which has also been gaining lots of momentum because of its anti-immigration rhetoric, and in France and I mean, even in America, a good example in America, Trump as well. He came with the when he won last time. These last elections. One of his slogans was "America First." You know, and all we're gonna we're gonna impose fees. We're gonna make it difficult for the immigrants to come and live in America because America comes first. We want to make sure that all the Americans. So the anti-immigrant in places in countries rather where there's a huge concentration of immigrants sells, especially when where there are economic challenges. And South Africa is not an exception. And South Africa has already shown that the template of anti-immigrant can also win votes. A good. I don't want to repeat what the previous speaker said, but Gain McKenzie and Ken Kunene, who try now. He's now part of the. I think the is it the 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 local government in Joburg. I think is it Joburg? I think it's part of the kind of transport minister for his regional for that region really. So I think it's all. I mean, obviously in every and I think if we reduce it down to the issue of what all South Africans are fed up with immigrants. If South Africans were really fed up with immigrants, if it was a national issue, would have seen lots and lots of South Africans joining this. And the reason why they are actually renting, because if it was a national issue, would see the locals in Joburg organizing themselves, protesting. Would see the same in Limpopo. Would see the same in Bloemfontein. Would see the same problem in Eastern Cape, everywhere. But these people are a rented crowd, you see, because they and they want to kind of it's actually political mobilization disguised as uh, foreigners must go campaign really. So Jacinta, I'm sure, is working is part of the MK, you know, uh, strategy, where they say, you know what, we want to be able to become a political party to reckon with come next election. So let's start our campaign now. So I think that's what I also wanted to kind of talk about earlier, really. So I'm happy that someone also raised this. Really, that is, it's far beyond the issue about foreigners are taking our jobs, blah blah. But there are people who are